got a talk from Katrina Georgiades, who is the Government and Official Information Content Coordinator at the British Library, and she's going to talk about remote working at the British Library.
Can people hear me okay?
Yes.
Good. So I thought I'd start off just by giving a very brief overview of the current situation at the British Library. So unsurprisingly, we're currently closed to members of the public, and all staff who are capable of undertaking work remotely from home are being asked to do so until at least July at the soonest. So the library is currently managing a large project to roll out a virtual private network to staff, which will allow them to remotely access their desktop, as well as our integrated library system, which is called CILIP. The last estimate we were provided with was that over 300 colleagues now have access. The library's upcoming exhibitions have been postponed, including a series of events which is entitled Unfinished Business. And this was meant to be looking at the struggle for women's rights. However, at the same time, events have been moved online, and there was a talk given in May by Anita Anand on a suffragette called Sophia Dulip-Singh. And there was also a panel discussion on the life and career of Florence Nightingale. There have also been many other examples of ongoing activities and workarounds being conducted remotely, which have been very successful. So again, unsurprisingly, Zoom webinars have become very popular. Our organisational catch-up in May featured talks from our CEO and Chief Librarian. And this was very popular, with over 625 colleagues attending online remotely. In other teams within the library, the reference services team normally handle inquiries in the library reading rooms, and they have been engaging with the public and resolving problems through online chat services and email. So there's also been a project organised by the learning team, and this encouraged young people to follow the example of the Bronte sisters by creating their own miniature books, and this project was featured in The Guardian. I would say there's been a very strong emphasis on learning and professional development, which has been brilliant. They've drawn attention to lots of online learning platforms such as FutureLearn and OpenLearn. And in more practical terms, the library has done its best to help out with the ongoing situation by converting their car park into a drive-through testing facility. So I thought I'd talk a bit more about myself as well. I started my current role in January. I'm a member of the Government and Official Information team, and I'm normally responsible for organising and managing the receipt of print and data copies of the electoral register. So this is published on an annual basis, and it's normally received from local councils. Also usually would be responsible for organising the binding of the registers, promoting our collection, assisting with data cleaning and software testing, web archiving, and the online ingest of legal deposit items and editing bibliographic records. So without access to the VPN or ALF, there have been a lot of restrictions on what you're capable of doing. So this has been exacerbated by the current political situation and the disruption of normal parliamentary proceedings. So there have been less publication of bills, committee reports, or statutory instruments. Without access to ALF, we have, however, managed to create some significant workarounds using Google Docs and our publicly available online catalogue and Excel spreadsheets. We've also been able to receive a significant number of the data copies for the electoral registers. However, due to a technical fault with access to our shared network, that had to be suspended temporarily. So hopefully that will be resolved reasonably soon. Prior to lockdown, I conducted quite a bit of research on women's rights, and specifically the life and history of Emmeline Pankhurst, using our collection of registers and parliamentary papers. And I've since been able to write that up in the form of a blog post, which has been posted on the British Library website. Also, a little bit more about the data files for the electoral register. When we receive these, they're not in a standardised format, and frequently they contain a few errors due to idiosyncratic data entry practices at a local level. So we're currently testing an online tool which is developed by an electoral management software supplier. And this will assist us with data cleaning before the files are made ready and available to the public in our library reading rooms in the future. So we've been able to continue testing software online, and we're waiting feedback from the suppliers, and so far that has been very successful. We've also been working on our collection of the Open UK Web Archive, and we've created a NHS collection. And I've added over 170 GP websites since lockdown as well, and created a sub-collection for health and social care in Northern Ireland. So we also ingest PDFs published by government departments through an online tool called the Document Harvester. And this is also available online remotely, and I've been developing my skills in editing metadata since the library closed as well. So lots of examples of things going positively, I would say. And if anyone has any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat and I'll do my best to answer. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you very much, Katrina. It's really great to hear how you're managing to work differently in these weird times, especially as it's a new role for you as well. Excellent work.